One of the reasons we decided to come to UNC Pembroke was to showcase the way they have fully embraced their Native American roots. The best example of that lies right behind those doors, inside the building known as Old Main.
I think there's a lot of lack of representation and also a lot of lack of understanding about who Native people are today in the 21st century.
My name is Nancy Strickland Fields. I'm the director of the Museum of the Southeast American Indian on the campus of the University of North Carolina at Pembroke. The Museum of the Southeast American Indian actually opened in 1979. It was envisioned by Dr. Adolph Dow and others in the community to tell the story of Native peoples at that time throughout the United States. And then about 10 years or so ago, it changed and shifted focus to specifically talk about Native peoples in the Southeast region from the United States. Location is very important because it's very strategic that we're in the heart of Indian country. We are situated right in the middle of the Lumbee community here on the campus at UNCP in Pembroke. But also UNCP serves as this multi-tribal national place where you have tribes from all over the United States that are represented here. And at this time, I think there's over 70 tribes that are represented here on campus at UNCP. And so being able to tell this story, to do this work from this location is extremely important, and it gives us an immediate audience to work with. And I like to say that this museum is just a platform. We want community to come in and we find unique ways or through museum methods to work with community to tell their stories. What we're looking at is a class photograph from 1915. It's at the Croatan Indian Normal School. And the Croatan Indian Normal School was actually started in 1887. It's the only school in the United States that was started for American Indians by American Indians. This quilt is one of our most prized objects in the collection. It was made by Maggie Lowry, who was the daughter of Henry and Rhoda Lowry, who are the famed and infamous outlaws that are part of the Lumbee community. Maggie made this quilt in the early 1900s. It is the inspiration for the Lumbee dress, and then that took off, and now the design has been vectorized, and it is a symbol of Lumbee identity. It is our tribal seal, our town seal, and it's even used on the campus of the University of North Carolina. This quilt represents the tenacity, the zeal, the survivance, and the artfulness of Lumbee people here within our community. North Carolina is rich in archaeology, which demonstrates this long-term existence of Native peoples living throughout the state and in fact throughout the region. Robeson County is no exception to that. Our archaeology dates all the way back to the Clovis period up to the historic period. These pots, the stone tools here, and even the more modern representation of our objects demonstrate our connection to landscape and the cultural material that we make from the landscape, from the clay that's found along our rivers, to the feather work, to the pine needles, to the wood, cornhusk stalls, and gourds. This area demonstrates a cultural continuum of existence of Native peoples in and around Robeson County. This is my home, and this has been our home here for hundreds of years. It means something to me deeply. Not a lot of people are telling our story, and not a lot of people really know how to value our story. And so my work is to show all, our audiences how to engage with Native people, how to appreciate the story, how to really, broker the tough conversations that surround the American Indian experience or the shared experience, especially in the South.